So now Sandy O'Connor is overseeing Ripple and overseeing Bank of New York, yet to break out yet again. So ZCX is one of them. What's up guys, Kevin Cage here with another cryptocurrency update. Before diving into some big crypto news, I wanted to go through a few price charts. So on the far left, we have Unizen or ZCX. In the middle, we have Alliance Block or ALBT. And then we have Zilliqa on the far right-hand side, ZIL. Now these are all on the 3-day time frame. You can come up here and change your time frame, have a custom as well. And now this yellow line is the 50 moving average. Now I'm watching a lot of assets pop off in different orders, of course. And watching Alliance Block last week, it was only about 21 cents. And today it is 31 cents, almost 32 cents. And people were saying it wasn't going to pop. There's no price action. But in reality, this is crypto. Anything can happen. So just wanted to emphasize, I mean, even right here, I posted this on, let's see, March 30th and just retweeted it. 83% down, has yet to pop, and Alliance Block was at 21 cents. And a variety of people saying it's not going to go, it's not going to go. And I believe in Alliance Block long term. And of course, I get the sentiment we're waiting on utility, but this is still crypto. When Bitcoin pumps, other assets still have to catch up a little bit. So you'll sometimes get those candles, whether they're bull traps or we're actually going to go on a serious rally. So great to see Zilliqa, of course, from this low in a matter of weeks, pumping almost 600%. Absolutely insane, going right through that level. But now notice, drawing a Fibonacci retracement, we can see from the high to the low, a variety of assets are still well below the 236. So Alliance Block, since I posted that, has gone up almost 50%. So absolutely beautiful. Other assets I'm looking at are assets that are still kind of in this ranging accumulation zone and have yet to break out yet again. So ZCX is one of them. Just been adding to my bags a little bit. Not super liquid, but available on KuCoin. Super bullish on ZCX long term though. And just wanted to emphasize that we have this yellow, the 50 moving average coming right to the 236, Fibonacci retracement, same thing for Alliance Block. And notice that ZIL, it didn't really matter, it went above and beyond. But I'm seeing a lot of assets actually come up to these levels, if not above. And it doesn't mean every asset's going to shoot up 500% tomorrow. I'm just showing you that different assets go in different orders. Some go really slow, some go really fast. But I just want to share a few things. So let's go to Casper's price chart actually. You can even see the Casper price chart on the 3-day time frame looking at this 50 moving average. What did it do? Came right there and tapped it thus far. You can see XLM is making its way up to it. You can see even HBAR is making its way up to it. You have Compound on its way up. So a lot of assets are coming up. Now I'm looking for lagging assets that are maybe behind and had the potential to do that very pop. Notice, I mean, down here we took a position and of course it did a nice little climb. So that's how I'm playing it. I'm watching ZCX in a variety of assets. It's great to see Alliance Block has moved. And yeah, just seeing how this weekly closes tonight. Also saw that Alliance Block's roadmap for Q2 has been shared, so feel free to check it out. I retweeted it. We also have Citibank. The Metaverse is potentially an $8 trillion to $13 trillion opportunity. And keep in mind, the Metaverse, or at least the underlying technology, is going to be DLT based. And guess what? That is crypto, that is Web3, that is NFTs. So I'm excited. We also have US banks also believe the Metaverse user base could be up to 5 billion people by 2030. That's insane growth, guys. This is literally our version of the .com bubble. And someone will say, oh, but aren't bubbles bad? No, bubbles have plenty of opportunity. If you can ride the wave of societal bubbles and trends, you're going to do very well. Next up, we have another API 3 member. As we can see, authenticatingcom deploys API 3's Airnode, providing Web3 apps access to their extensive AML and KYC services. So keep in mind, they joined API 3's alliance earlier this year. If you have not looked at how big the API 3 alliance is, I highly recommend it. Let's pull it up real quick. You can come to api3.org. You can read all about what this solution is for first-party oracles for Web 3.0, backed by Digital Currency Group, Emergo, which is one of the leading arms of Cardano's ecosystem, integrated with every single layer 1 you could imagine. And let's go to, where is it? Right here, API 3 Alliance. And this is just the group that is going to start utilizing API 3 and launching Airnode, which is going to be massive. You ready? Let's look at their partners. As we can see, this whole API 3 alliance that is going to be leveraging APIs, FTX. Pay attention. Remember, when we discovered before API 3 got listed on Coinbase, we found that Wintermute on Etherscan was actually making markets for them. So we are predicting the Coinbase, the Binance, some of those listings. And I do not believe API 3 is on FTX yet, but I do believe it will be. I mean, FTX alone is, absolutely massive. Open bank project right there, thousands of developers. And right on the homepage, when you go back to api3.org, you can also scroll down and see some of their partners as well. So let's scroll down a bit. Right here, the Ethereum Alliance. You have Emergo, Polygon, which is huge, Cadena, Injective Protocol, Oasis Foundation and Rose, Digital Currency Group, Placeholder, Pantera Capital. And remember that Digital Currency Group owns Grayscale, so I highly believe, without a shadow of a doubt, it's just a matter of time for Grayscale to hold API 3 in their investment portfolio because they're backing it. I see their vesting schedule, a total of 3 years. So I believe as Airnode begins launching, it's going to be a household name for web APIs. Okay, so we also have a variety of them, Phantom, you name it. And looking at API 3's price chart on the left, I continue to stake it, earning those rewards that compound every single week. And keep in mind, with a measured move of a typical symmetrical triangle, you can measure the height of this, so 560%, and right there from the apex, which happens to be right on the 236 Fibonacci retracement, measure it up again, 580 or so, takes you right to that 2618 Fibonacci extension. Do I believe that API 3, at the very least in the future, creates another all-time high price, goes above that $10, $11, and eventually gets up to those levels? Yes. If you caught my previous video going over the 34 extension, every single asset that has been around that is legitimate, such as API 3, and has partners, API 3, and has been around for several years, not just 1 year. API 3 is 1 year old. Remember, Chainlink was here. It was 1 year old. It was, close to 2 years old. It didn't do anything. And then boom, reached a full 34 Fibonacci extension. Now, I know the market caps are different. I know the tokenomics are different. I put my whole reputation and believe that API 3 in the future, in the years ahead, can go to 25 bucks, 40 bucks, and potentially 3 digits. It was the same exact feelings that I had with QNT buying it at $3 to $5. And we saw QNT so far create an all-time high over $400. We even saw some glitches going over $1,000. And I do believe that Quant has the potential to do that with ease. Just wanted to remind anybody about API 3. I'm a long-term believer in this project because it is legitimate. I buy the assets when nobody cares about them. Everybody wants to talk about an asset after it's done that 10x or 100x move. And I just want to document the API 3 journey and the psychology behind it because I guarantee when we are in these golden extensions or zones, everybody's going to want to talk about it, but that's when the ROI potential is lower. Now we have my buddy Kyle on crypto Twitter. Now this guy is a crypto OG. He was buying, Zilliqa sub pennies, of course, VeChain sub pennies, Cardano, 3 cents as low as it got really, 5 cents, etc. He knows his stuff, and he's a great researcher. He told me about Freeway token when it basically launched at the end of 2020 or in the beginning of 2021. So with Freeway token, I see a lot of buzz on Twitter now about people talking about it. Recommend looking into it. Do your own research with that. But they are basically offering some very high yield, 40% plus APY on some of your assets. So just wanted to shout out Kyle, great guy. We got ZAM, ZCX, Unison, as I showed in the beginning of this, the very smart ecosystem with crypto applications cross-chain. We have Roar. I want to look more at this STG, Stargate Finance. I see a lot of people talking about this with Alameda Research as an investor in FTX. In FTX with Sam Bankman-Fried, I do not bet against SBF. Sam Bankman-Fried, the CEO of FTX. Very, very smart guy. So just wanted to give Kyle a shout out, great guy, and I'm definitely going to look more into some of these assets. I'm familiar with Freeway token a little bit, and then of course ZCX. Next up, we have shared by Crypto Eddie. So just emphasizing Tranglo, remember the company that Ripple has a 40% stake in, based out of Southeast Asia. And she goes on to post this, look at this, their service specification, a variety of countries. And we can see Tranglo right here, guys. This is an ODL partner that leverages XRP, the digital asset, over 25 countries. We can see 1,300 banks and wallets and 130,000 cash points of all major currencies via an API, single API access, competitive foreign exchange rates. You can see a variety of payment corridors, and this is what I want to emphasize. Look at all of these countries. In other news, as we all know, the IRS will ask every taxpayer about cryptocurrency transactions this season. I know we were surprised last year when the 1040 forms included crypto. Well, shocker, cryptocurrency in the past year has created an all-time high in market cap. We have the Staples Center changing their name. We have the Miami Heat Stadium changing their name, all based on crypto exchanges. This is insane. And if you still have to file your crypto tax transactions, keep in mind I have this linked right in the YouTube video description. My crypto software that I've leveraged for several years, I've used a variety of platforms, and of course we have a discount included. We also have Coinbase being a bit nosier. Now they're tracking off-platform crypto transfers in Canada, Singapore, and Japan. Also wanted to touch on this from the CEO of Binance. Imagine if a country pushed out all of their internet talent 20 years ago. Keep your blockchain talent. That's what I feel like is happening in the United States, unfortunately. I still think it's going to have a good ending, but man, we are, with our regulatory, not even clarity, our regulatory uncertainty, we are chasing all of the great minds to other countries. They're going to Singapore, they're going to Japan, they're going to the UK, they're going to the Middle East, and people are going to go where they're treated best. A friendly reminder, how many millionaires do you know who have become wealthy by investing in savings accounts? I rest my case. Next up, we have Liquid Marketplace. And guys, Liquid Marketplace's digital platform is going live this month in the coming days. I'm so excited for everybody to see some of the first drops and a massive announcement that is coming shortly. So in tandem with the Metaverse going to $8 to $13 trillion and then seeing a $5 billion user base, we have to assume that this is going to have a huge impact, and also it's partially thanks to Web3 and cryptocurrency, digitalization across the board, specifically since the pandemic. And even the APAC region, or the Asian Pacific region, and their payment sector by numbers, home to 20% of digital banks worldwide. Expected 83% smartphone usage rate by 2025. We saw a 58% increase in instant payments in 2021. Now, this is just the beginning, and of course, the goal is instant payments, but also instant settlement with finality, thanks to distributed ledgers that are, of course, trustless. You do not have to rely on anybody. There's no counterparty risk. It's distributed. It has redundancy. It's not going to have a central point of failure when the power goes out or some silly, malfunction to a single server. It's a variety of servers, and everybody has the same copy. This is the future. I know it's more and more obvious every day as the technology is slowly but surely getting adopted, and we are owning a future of the internet. And owning crypto assets, provided they are utility-based, like I believe, whether they're payment tokens, utility tokens, or anything in between, we are owning a piece of almost digital real estate, a piece of the protocol. And if the protocol, such as the XRP ledger, gets mass adopted, it's game over, because the more that protocol is used, based on an increase in demand and a finite supply, so there'd be a supply shock. And of course, I'm extremely bullish on the ISO tokens, or those that are already working with real frameworks in the financial world, whether that's messaging, settlement, interoperability like QNT, any ISO token I am just extremely interested in. So XRP, XLM, Algorand, even HBAR with its integrations with Center and Circle with USDC, the stablecoin, IOTA, XDC, and on the other hand, even privacy tokens. This is shared by Jack the Rippler, so we have 80% of central banks are actively exploring central bank digital currencies. As you can see, a variety of nations. Iceland, Ripple has an office there. We know that HBAR, even with South Korea, had a proof of concept with their bank, Shinhan. Let's see. This is happening with or without us. And central bank digital currencies do not solve every problem. I want to emphasize that. They still have counterparty risk. We still need a neutral bridge asset that is highly liquid, and this is what David Schwartz has always advocated. Shared by QuadJax XRP, so thank you for sharing this. We have 24-hour XRP Ledger DEX, or Decentralized Exchange Volume, the top 5 assets we can see. Casino Coin, Sologenic, a variety of assets with plenty of 24-hour volume. Next up, IRAs. So we have Ripple board member Sandy O'Connor became a BNY Mellon board member. Now, let's see what he says. Almost exactly a year to date after Ripple, she currently serves on both boards. Now, what's interesting is Sandy O'Connor, BNY Mellon. Where have we seen that before? Polysign.io, and remember, they're subsidiaries as well for standard custody. We have one of the founders of the XRP Ledger himself, Arthur Brito. We have David Schwartz. We have Antoinette, who was previously the chief compliance officer at Ripple. And who are they side by side? These 5 superstars are leading Polysign, the retired VC of Bank of New York. BNY Mellon, a Ripple partner, 25,000 people responsible for custodying 25% of global institutional assets. So now Sandy O'Connor is overseeing Ripple and overseeing Bank of New York, and I'm sure that all these people at the very least have spoken and know each other. Relationships, guys. So overall, on the Bitcoin price chart, on the weekly time frame, we have about 2 hours and 46 minutes until we see where this weekly candle closes. It's my belief that a lot of alts that are still at lower levels can have that pop potential. So I'm hoping BTC does have a strong close. Even if we revisit that 42K price, I'm hoping that I can get a better entry on some alts. And I do believe that a lot of alts still have a nice, strong retracement. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you learned anything at all, be sure to like and subscribe. And remember, all cryptocurrency resources that I actively use to this day are in the video description. We're also going to be hosting an AMA tonight within Discord, so I'll catch you in the next one.